Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Taxonomy Tuesday. I'm Chris. I'll be the host this evening. We got some emails in from some folks that aren't here yet. If anybody wants to share from their machine, if they've got some stuff, that's always welcome as well. Just put your name in the chat or shout it out.
I've got some stuff to share, but someone's mowing like right next to my house. So I think I want to wait a few minutes.
Yeah, Jason's got some stuff. Go ahead, kick us off.
All right, everybody. Got some boletes to look at.
Yay.
So here's the first one. This is just with the AI. Hold on, do you guys see the bolete? I share the right screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's just with the AI. I did it as I found this a couple of days ago. Shower the cap and the stem. Weird
Yeah, that's presenting really interesting.
weird pattern like that disease from Game of Thrones that kind of spreads across your skin. Here are the pores. And then here's a cross section, blue staining at the top, red staining at the bottom, and a lot of insect damage in the middle. So iNaturalist is calling it Boletus vermiculosoides, and I'm looking for a confirmation.
Well, technically this is correct, but this name is going to be retired because Boletus subgraviolens is an earlier epithet or name just by one page in the book by Smith and Thiers, the Boletes of Michigan. And obviously this is going to be Neoboletus, so the future name, a novel combination, is going to be Neoboletus subgraviolens. But other than that, it's the same entity we're talking about, both morphologically and phylogenetically.
Igor, what about vermiculosis? I think that's a pec name. Is there a type specimen?
There's a type specimen, but it's the same thing as with sensibilis. Unless you sequence it, I think all these arguments are completely worthless. We don't know what that is.
So we don't know what vermiculosis is, but we might find out.
We might find out if somebody shells out, I don't know, $2,500 or something like that on sequencing that old type from 1887 or something like that.
So I guess the researcher who did subvolutipes for us, Maria, does she have a grant? Has her grant run out?
I don't know. I haven't been in touch with Maria for over 2 years.
Yeah, I just wonder if there's somebody out there who might have the resources to be able to do this.
I was trying to convince Colin that he has to sequence all these old collections by PEC, but apparently there's some funding issues, and they're tougher. There's no guarantee that it's going to work, but I think it is going to work if you apply the correct methodology to your DNA extraction step, because it was done with Civilutipes or vermiculosis, which is similarly aged, should work as well theoretically. All we need is
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Next bolete. I found this a couple weeks ago. My now is calling it Xanthoconium affine. Some vertical ridges along the stem, larger pores. Cross section. Any thoughts on this guy?
I think it is. From what I can see, if you can zoom in.
Yep, it checks all the boxes for me. Except the
Yeah,
pores that are not greenish, that turn kind of brown instead.
yeah, yellowish
No
brown.
staining.
Yeah, for me, it's the color of the cap mostly in this case. Yeah.
Well, the Affine cap color ranges quite markedly. Sometimes they're dark,
But
sometimes they're pretty
yeah,
light.
sometimes they're dark, but often they're a mixture of, especially when they get older, this yellowish brown
Yeah,
tawny color and maybe darker shades like here. So when I saw that and the streaky stipe, I said, yeah, AI got
yep,
it
the
right.
streaky stipe. Yep, that's another thing.
Yeah, but the
All
pores
right,
are
and then
consistent. Yeah.
And then this next one, I think I found it very close. I think it's the same thing, just younger.
Yep.
So you can see the pores much smaller, not as streaky on the stem. The cap is a little
Yeah,
bit more
same kind of
contrasted
idea.
Yeah,
between
yeah.
the
Once
dark.
you see the cap,
Mixed pigmentation. And already so wormy.
yeah.
Which is very typical for these. The bugs love them.
Yeah. All right, so another Xanthoconium affine.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear whether we have more than one species, because everybody just assumes that they find these Xanthoconium affini. Oh, it's the same thing all over again. But somebody's got to sequence these and find out if we're dealing with a single species or more than one.
So you think these are worth sampling? These affini?
I don't know. I mean, the morphology is fairly variable. I think
Yes, yes, it is. Yep.
yeah, and it could indicate either
So
it's just
I know there were some discussions on INET about one specimen that just, I mean, it just looked like this. It just had the smooth stipe with maybe a little bit of ribbing, and it matched a sequence called Xanthoconium affini variety reticulatum, the one that's reticulate. And so, I mean, to me, that says that variety reticulatum is probably it's probably doesn't really mean anything.
yeah, just like variety maculosus doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
The spotted one, with small spots on the cap. Most likely it's a single species, but you never know, because we're finding out through sequencing that the picture is much more complex.
You never know, right?
Yeah, every genus has its mysteries.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, something that really comes to me because of the last week's foray, Xerocomus tenax. We have at least two of them. Morphologically, we have one species, sort of, but when you do the DNA, there's two species there at least. There's Smith's tenax that was sequenced, the type collection, and then we have tenax Indiana 01, which we do have in New Jersey and presumably in Pennsylvania and across the Northeast. So yeah, I don't know if it's worthwhile to sequence these, but you never know. I mean, you can submit 100 collections, and 99 of them is going to be the same thing, but 100th is going to be something else.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then I got an Amanita.
Ah.
The face.
Oh, that one is easy. Thank God.
Oh, it's a good size too.
Yeah. This is section caesarea.
Yeah, I don't see this one where I am. Is this thing Morris?
This is spreta.
Yeah.
Do you think that's spreta? It's kind of brown, isn't it?
Yeah, it's variable. Sometimes it's very gray, sometimes it's grayish brown, or something.
Isn't there a species that looks like spreta but it's brown?
Maybe Murrayana.
That's the one I was trying to think of. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Not
Right.
Morris, mural. Right.
Yeah, we just found two spreadas that were more brown than yellow at the Horseshoe Bend. They were quite large.
Cool.
Somebody thought they were Megacolibia rodmanii. Like, well, I mean, the evidence is screaming at you. It has a vulva and a ring, but from the top it looked like rodmanii.
All right, and then my last one is a lichen. This is a crustose lichen that is growing on non-calcareous rock. You can see it's got kind of a gray thallus with black apothecias, and these black structures are where the spores are coming from. Just close up.
Oh,
Pretty
neat.
distinct looking. In order to ID these things, you got to look at the spores. So you got to collect it, put it under a microscope. In order to collect it, you got to bring a rock chisel.
This thing doesn't look like green or anything. I mean,
What do
is
you
it
mean?
is it like just eating the rock or something?
No, it's got an algal layer, but it's buried in the thallus, so it's not. It's also probably kind of dry. Maybe if I wet it, the cortex would become a little more transparent. I think other.
So does it feed on things that it extracts from the air?
Yeah.
Okay. And those are the
Sometimes
spores,
it
right?
can.
Those things, those septate things that look kind of like insects.
Yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
neuriform or subneuriform. Some of the pictures of it like this.
Oh, nice.
Those are cool.
A big division of crustose lichens are whether the spores are brown or whether the spores are hyaline. So this is a good example of one that has brown spores.
So I guess you'd want to mount them in a clear liquid like H2O or but KOH might cause a reaction though, and
It
cause
could, but
yeah.
You said the
So
brown spores?
sorry, say it again.
What color are they?
So the two options are brown versus hyaline. Hyaline just means clear.
Oh, yeah, right. I see. And even though they look kind of green, they're the brown of the two choices. Yeah.
Yeah, if I search like what is it? Some species got pulled out. If we go to like Remia levata, this used to be in that same genus Rhizocarpon levatum. So if I go here and look at the spores, show you what the other kind. That one. You see how these spores are obviously not
Color.
brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Neat.
They're colorless.
Yeah, that's so cool. Those are really interesting.
So yeah, first time I've come across that species, this guy. So that's so cool. And that's all I got.
That's
Jason,
excellent, Jason.
if you
Thank
hang
you.
around till later, I have an interesting lichen.
Cool.
Nice. Thanks, Jason. You want to go, Hunter? Is the lawn mowing over?
Yeah, it is. I could go. I could hold on one second here. Up. There we go. Can you see mushroom observer?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay. So I found a Gilled bolete. I actually found quite a few. There were quite a few. These had more reddish caps, but some of them had brown caps. And these are the gills, the gold yellow color. And these are the spores. And that's all the microscopy I did on it, but I probably should have done more. And I don't have more than the genus name.
It's a good thing you didn't do my microscopy because it would not have gotten you anywhere.
Oh, okay, good.
What would have been good was to get the base of the stalk to
I
see
think-
the very bottom.
I think it's going to be white.
Yeah, because right. And so my basal mycelium can be white or it can be what, gold? Is that the other option?
No, the white is leuco.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I
she's
mean,
asking what colors they might be. Yeah, white or basically
Oh well,
yellow.
white or yellow. Sometimes you sort of get both colors. You know, like maybe very light yellow passes off as white, but in fact it's light yellow. I think this one is supposed to be white, just based on the color of the cap.
okay.
I think this is probably Leucomycelinus, but we have more than one species with a white mycelium. So
There's nothing, Igor, nothing interesting to look at. Like if she like smashed a gill on these things.
no, I mean nothing that would get you a name.
No, I mean like but is it more just like set up more like a regular gilled mushroom?
No, it's a bolete.
Yeah, the gills, I mean, actually, I think maybe Chris is asking, like, they're not true gills, right? Or
We hear you.
you can't hear me?
There you
Not
go.
very well. No.
Um, are they true gills?
Oh, as the genus name suggests, they are pores that are like gills.
Okay, so are they separate structures, or are they not? Do you know
They
what I mean?
are lamella, but if you take out the cross veining, maybe it's going to look more like a gilled mushroom. I still think they are gills. That's why it's called a gilled bolete. I would not call these pores. They're
Yeah,
clearly long bladed structures. So whether they're pseudogills or true gills, that's a
No,
moot
that's
point.
kind of what I'm like getting at. Like, are there no pores
There are no
in the
tubes.
gills?
There are no tubes.
There's no tubes. So they're
Right.
kind of set up more like a regular gilled mushroom
Right.
with, basidia out there on the gill.
Right.
yeah.
The
The
basidia
closest
on the
thing
side.
there are to tubes are the cross veining.
But you also get cross veining in true gilled mushrooms.
Sure, you do. Yeah, you Cupophilus,
Russo even.
Xanthorrhizaceae. Right.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
and I mean,
that's the
like
closest.
with the chanterelle, for example, they're not true gills. So is this maybe more like that?
I think this is
I'm
closer to the true
guessing
gill.
the hymenium is a separate layer.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that would be interesting. I haven't thought of doing that.
Picking it
Cross
apart.
sectioning and see if you can separate it, or see if you see a line, separating the hymenium from different kind of context in the top part of the cap.
Okay. Well, that'll be something to do. Great. And then I found these Lactifluus. Lactifluus corrugis, I believe.
Man,
I
these things
ate
are a
that.
bit of a rainbow.
I know. I know. So we had smoke and light, and this was real early in the morning, and I mean, it was really dark, but the light was shining right on them, and it did really make them very colorful looking, probably more than, I mean, definitely more than they looked in in real life. This
Oh,
was,
that looks like corrugis now.
yeah, I'm sure it was, but yeah, odd looking here for sure.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
because
there's
this
some
one in the
weird,
lower
weird
right
lighting.
looks like it has an orange stalk and green staining on the gills.
Yeah,
no, that's just like, I don't think there's green staining. It's just
No,
the
I don't think
lighting.
so either. You
Yeah,
can see the white latex.
yeah, yeah, and then it stained brown later.
Yes.
Yeah, and I ate them and I really liked them. They were very good, and so that was exciting. So I'm pretty sure that's what these were.
Did the
And
caps have wrinkles on them, like sort of, along the margins? Oh, I can see. Yeah, there you go. See the wrinkles along the margin?
yes,
Yeah, that's where the name corrugis comes from. It's corrugated.
uh, oh, okay, cool, good to know. Yeah, I really like these. These are really nice. Um, and then oops. Oh yeah, I these sorry, I'm having trouble opening these. Here we go. Okay. These are really small. Two to 3 inches max. They were growing at the base of this stump, and the staining really reminded me of Cyana of Cyana. What is it? Cyana.
that's what probably is. It's Cyanaboletus, cyaneitinctus. What threw me off is the cap color,
Yes,
which is
me
not supposed to be yellow. It's supposed to be brown.
right.
But the stipes look absolutely perfect for Cyanaboletus and the staining as well. So I propose Suilleoideae, which is a subfamily where Cyanaboletus actually resides, because clearly this is where where they're from. I mean, even if these were Neoboletus, say, but looking at the pores, they were not. They were too angular. So I think the correct name would be Cyanoboletus cyaneitinctus.
Okay, good, because that's what I was feeling, and except for the yellow cap, exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
what color are the pores?
They're
Yellow.
yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
And
Oh,
they're
there, I
yellow,
see.
and the
Yeah,
pores
I see.
and the pores are very angular, which is consistent
Okay.
with the genus.
Yeah,
What
and
what
then
other genera are in Sawillia in this family? I'm not
Oh,
sure.
everything that stains blue, like Suilleoideae, Neoboletus,
Okay.
Exudoporus,
Hmm.
Butyriboletus, Alanomaua, Barangia.
Oh,
The all
oh,
the
all
nice
that stuff
juicy.
is in here. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I mean that's a huge subfamily. I mean, it
Yeah.
used to be a dustbin for anything that wasn't
Yeah.
Boletoideae or
Yeah.
Xerocomoideae or like Cyanoideae. So yeah, yeah. Um, what else is in there? Yeah, there's this. It's a very genera rich subfamily. Probably the most rich subfamily of all of them,
okay. Well,
including some of the obscure genera that are only found in Southeast Asia and Australia.
mm,
Yeah, I think Dave said that these are quite edible and nice, right, Dave? You've eaten them
I
before.
have eaten Cyanaboletus cyaneitinctus, and on the advice of one of the Bissett Bully books, I guess Bill Rudy ate them, and I think Alan Bissett did also. And yeah, I thought they were good. I've eaten them a few times also, like maybe 3 times.
Good. Well, that genus is sister to Vanmawa, and at one point in time, one of my colleges thought about merging them together, but fortunately, it didn't work out. They are very different.
Oh yeah, that is fortunate because they really seem quite different to me.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
Morphology really points away from merging
Yeah.
these two genera together.
Right.
So that's all I have observation wise. I do have just some photos of some other stuff, but why don't we see what else other people have, and then if there's time we could do those. Sound good?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
So she hangs here. Did you want to show your stuff?
Okay.
Oh,
Can you share,
yeah.
Chris?
Yeah.
How the Taxonomy Tuesday announcement includes a mushroom, and I just love that. And the
Okay.
talked about last week.
So this one, I saw this in a nearby talk. I thought it's just one of the common Xanthocomia.
Xanthoconium. Looks like Xanthoconium purpureum.
That's what I thought. But when I sauteed, it turns bright orange color, which I never saw before.
Yeah, I've eaten this purpureum species. I didn't think it was particularly tasty, but I forget if it turned color. If you have ammonia, just household ammonia.
I do not, but I think.
Yeah, you drop it on the cap.
Okay.
Yeah, and it turns like green or maybe bluish green. For Xanthoconium purpureum. I think also Boletus separans also has a similar reaction with ammonia, but you can tell they're different morphologically. So this has a smooth stalk and it's got this sort of brownish, purplish kind of tone to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the cap is, I found one, we had a foray on Sunday down here or over here in Pennsylvania, and there was one found that was dark like this. I didn't know what it was at first, actually. And I did the ammonia test on it, and it really turned quite green.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a try later on. So I remember I ate this kind of thing before. I never noticed it turned bright orange.
Yeah, there's one bolete that turns orange upon cooking, but that's from a different genus.
Yeah.
It's Pulchroboletus pseudosclerotium that does that. Maybe it's reacting something in the oil. Who knows what's going on? This one looks a little bit wormy. I would not have eaten this one.
No, I have two. The other one's not wormy.
Okay.
Good.
Lucky you.
Good, because this was wormy, so I did not cook it. Otherwise, I won't have photo to take.
Oh, you take photos and then you eat the mushrooms. What's so difficult?
No, I ate it. I thought I was so sure, so I did not even bother to take photo.
Oh, I see. You cooked it up, it turned orange, and that's what made you curious.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I took out the buggy one and took a photo. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's posted and we're discussing it, because you thought you knew what it was, but until that. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so that's the first one, and this one I saw from a foray, so it's very tiny. If you see the next photo, it has this long stem, and it's light color near the cap and turns kind of reddish color towards the base. And the next photo, you should see the gill. Yeah, it's not, I did not do a good photo, but you can see the gill was well separated.
Yeah, and it looks like the stipe is in bottom of the stipe is embedded in this forest litter.
Yeah, it's in the litter, leaf litter.
Yeah, leaf litter. Yeah, I agree. That's what it is. It has interesting cystidia on the gills if you want to use a microscope. They look like little towers with a ball on top of each one. Well, not all of them have the little ball on top, but a lot of them do. They look pretty cool. You can see it pretty well at 400 times.
Ooh, I'm putting that on my list.
Okay, so
yeah, stain the gill also. They're a little bit hard to see if you don't stain the gill with Congo red or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so AI gave me the name long-stemmed marasmius.
Yeah, Rhizomarasmius pyrrhocephalus, the fire cap.
Okay. So it's correct.
I agree. Yes, I'd say that's what that is. Grows on my property. I see it starting in late May and all the way up through the fall. It's pretty common.
Okay, so this one's from the Hortiboletus.
Mm-hmm.
The base of the stem is kind of telling on that, isn't it? It rather like it has rhizomorphs, sort of.
The bottom of the stem is usually darker, as Shihang described.
No,
but what about the bottom of the stem?
I think rhizomorph type structure.
Oh yeah. Well, it extends into the substrate, and and I guess maybe there's a rhizomorphs attached to it. I'm not really sure. I suppose. I mean, the name would suggest that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just behaving like a rhizomorph because it's really embedded.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I don't know if it is. Yeah. Cool. I love that mushroom. I love this one.
Yeah, they're nice to see. They're hard to get good photographs, so that's actually a pretty good photograph there.
And it's in situ.
Nice.
Dave, what did you call it? The fire what?
Fire cap. Pyrrhocephalus. Firehead.
Pyrrhocephalus.
Pyrrhocephalus head.
And that's just in reference to the color of the cap.
Yes, it's always like an orangey kind of color, or sometimes more yellow, sometimes a little more red, but pretty much like this. And sometimes maybe it's two-tone, with a paler along the margin. But I'd say that's what that is.
Yeah, I didn't see the epithet there. Makes sense. I heard you say fire something, and I was wondering if it was a pyrophytic mushroom, but yeah. The species.
I see. No, it's just
the species name.
The color. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, this one, I only took one photo, but I think I should have everything captured. I thought they are bicolor, but it does turn blue when I touch it.
That doesn't turn blue?
No, it turned blue.
It did turn blue.
Yeah.
Well, bicolor does turn blue when you touch it on the stipe. But when
really?
you cut it,
okay.
when you cut it doesn't stain. But you have to blow
a
off
little bit if you cut it, but this probably stained more than that, and on the and maybe more prominent on the pores also. What do you think, Hortiboletus, Igor?
I don't know. I see that the tube layer is depressed around the stipe, so I don't think this is Beringia bicolor.
Oh, it's not Beringia bicolor. No, I doubt that.
Yeah.
I think it's a Hortiboletus, but could it be a Xanthoconium maybe?
I know from one picture, which is overexposed. It's tough to see.
Yeah.
How big were these? Were they small? Were they large?
Pretty small. Let me see. Bigger than like 2/4 size.
Yeah. There's this new Xanthoconium species that looks more like a Hortiboletus. It's going to be published as a novel species eventually. I don't think that's what it is. The shape is just wrong, but it could be Hortiboletus. The small size suggests that.
That'd be my first guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking at
because it's the overall red and yellow color. Xanthoconium is usually a little funkier looking.
Yeah, the thing is that it looks a little bit meaty.
Yeah,
and
it does look meaty. Yeah.
For Hortiboletus, it looks more substantial. Hortiboletus has a thin stipe. This one, relative to the cap, that is, this one has more thickness in it, and should have taken more pictures and cut them in two and zoom in on the side details.
Photo of the cross section would be helpful here.
Yeah, I don't think this is either Van Mauer or Biorangia. Most likely Xanthoconium or Hortiboletus. Can you again try to zoom in? Maybe a little bit more details. Yeah, I would go with Hortiboletus in this one.
I'll go back there and see if I see more. I can take more pictures.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Isn't Hortiboletus campestris sometimes kind of large for the genus?
Yeah, I think I know the gestalt of campestris. It could be that. I think the cap's a little bit too purple for it, but you never know. I mean, the more I look at the photographs taken by iPhones or smartphones in general, there's quite a bit of color inconsistency and distortion going on from one phone to the other, or the way the phone interprets the colors. When there's too much sun, I think there's some kind of programming in there that sort of enhances the colors, makes them either too warm or too bright. Or, I mean, we've seen this with hunters. Lactifluus corrugis.
Yeah,
it was very distorted.
The iPhones take pretty good pictures in low light, and I think that's how they do it.
Yeah, this is
like
made an
editorial
yesterday,
thing built into the phone,
and it's the color is right. It's a pretty red, like this, red and yellow. It's a good color.
Hortiboletus.
Yeah.
Even though the style was a little bit thicker for that, but that's what happens when you only have one picture.
Yeah, I should have taken more photos.
Oh, little boletes.
Okay, this is why I took more photo.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, I'd say you got this.
Yeah.
Caps are faded, but it looks like purpureum.
Be careful not to confuse it with some Phylloporus.
Yes, you can confuse it with with the bitter Phylloporus, right?
Not necessarily.
Any Phylloporus, I guess.
Yeah, like Bodiceps or something similar to Bodiceps. Can you zoom in on this photograph, please? Right.
This looks like purpureum.
Yeah, those look like Xanthoconium. The damage in the stipe, kind of a marshmallow. Yeah. Can you zoom in on this one? I just want to see a tiny detail on the stipe. Yeah. Yeah, I think Dave is right. This is Xanthoconium purpureum.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not.
that's what Einod called it too, or
Yeah.
Shihan called it that.
Yeah. So
The
that's
caps
why
are just a little faded, which is a
Mhm.
little
The
throws it off a
stipe
little.
is tricky, but it also has this sort of frosted kind of glass appearance to it, like
Yeah.
happens a lot with Xanthoconium.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a little bit translucent. So yeah. I mean, from this picture alone, I would not have called this Xanthoconium purpureum. It's too
No,
vague.
the caps are faded. So
Not only faded, they're also too bold. I think Xanthoconium purpureum has more of a texture to it. These are too glabrous, too shiny.
I see. Oh, okay, yeah, kind of like shiny, smooth, shiny kind of.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Yeah. Hmm.
Like they're kind of joined there.
Yeah, Siamese twins at the head. Joined at the head.
Okay, so this one's the last one. It's from I got a plot of land in my company's community garden, and this grows under a tile. So the plant right next to that is a vegetable cow, and I saw this two mushroom. And the next photo you will see, I put it down and it looked like this.
Neat.
And the third one, I actually did I have one sliced open? It's very young, so I think I have to cut open to see.
This one is definitely distorted. In terms of the color, that is.
Yeah, actually, it does have that red shade. Let me see if I have a slice.
So that's a red pore surface on the underside. That's what it looks like.
So
I think it's a Gilled mushroom.
Is that a
it has
Gilled
gill.
mushroom or a pored mushroom? I can't
It's a
tell.
gill. Actually, I cut it open.
Oh,
It's a gill, and also when I clean up and the base taper off. I don't know why I did not upload that photo, but later I clean up and took a sliced photo. And it's like both sides of the stipe are tapered and the middle are rounded and thicker.
How small are those, Shihan?
It's tiny, like my half of my little finger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cross-sectional photograph would have been very useful here.
I
They're too
definitely
young.
had a cross section. I don't know why I did not upload. Let me see if I can find it.
That white long thing is a stem of something.
It's Cal.
Oh, Cal. It looks like it's got a scar or something up on it.
Oh, that's where you break the leaves off.
Oh, interesting. Hmm.
I do not have a photo, but I remember I slide open its gill and it based on that shape, I got that name. No, I do
What
not have a
color
photo.
were the gills?
It's very young, so it's kind of reddish white, but have kind of reddish shade.
Okay.
oh,
And
that wasn't your photo, was it? That one that was clearly reddening lepiota.
this is out of the
Oh, this is just the photos from. Okay, yeah,
yeah.
that could. You know what? That sounds like it. That makes sense to me. What is it? Is it Leucoagaricus americanus?
Used to be Agaricus. I think now it's something else. Now,
Is this what you were talking about, Shihang? Like the
Yeah, that was because of that stem. Yeah.
tapering on both ends and fat in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this species will grow like in mulch and ornamental gardens and wood chips.
Look
And
at
it
those little
does when
tiny
it's in the
ones
buttons.
too.
Look at the buttons there on the lower right, sort of.
Yeah.
That looks pretty much like what she had. That sounds like a believable proposal to me.
Yeah, the new genus is called Macropsalliota.
Oh boy, that's one I didn't know.
Oh,
Macropsalliota.
That name is very recent, just only 2 years old.
Yeah.
Macropsalliota.
Still American. So it is Americanus then?
No, it's a she, so it's americana.
can you please put the new genus in the chat?
Yeah, here's a link from Index Fungorum.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay, that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Hey, Dave,
Shihan,
you want to go?
one question before we leave that one.
Mm-hmm.
You said you did cross section it, right?
I cut it open, slice it open. Yeah.
Was the stalk hollow inside?
No, it's not hollow. It's solid.
Oh, I think I'm going to review this, but I think the reddening lepiota has a hollow stipe. You know what? Let me maybe I'm wrong. Let me review that. I'm sorry. Go ahead to the next person. I'm just going to.
Well, if anybody's got anything they want to show, we didn't have anything else besides you, Dave, in the emails.
I've got some pictures, but if anyone else has some, that'd be great.
Let me, I'll share just one if I can.
Good.
Go for it.
Thank you. See if I can do this. Share, bang, share. Thank you. This one here. Finding this in my yard. And I think I've got a genus on it of Agaricus.
Looks like it to me. Oh, yeah.
Pulled that away. They got the nice pink, the pink gills. I didn't do any micro on this. I took a shot of the base there, slightly bulbous there. It's not the best angle. I cut it in half there.
Yellow.
Not particularly yellowing.
Kind of
but,
red.
Yellow.
Little red.
And these are toxic.
Did you smell it?
You know, it really had just the very basic pleasant smell. And not particular. Let me just check my notes here. Hold on. How do I get out of this? What did I say? Faint, pleasant smell is all both my wife and I agreed. See a little bit of a yellowing on the scratch there on the cap. And that's basically everything. I have no micro photos, but
if Rick Kerrigan were here, he would probably idea this as something.
Yeah, okay.
He's very good, or he used to be very good, because he doesn't do Agaricus anymore.
I see. Okay. I've been finding this in a few different locations in the yard, so just thought I might get a more definite, but it's obviously Agaricus, though.
You have all deciduous trees?
Yes. Actually, well, this one I found under some forsythia bushes. But I think I may have found the same thing under a Norway spruce in the back of my yard, but
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's the same, to tell you the truth, though.
If you get these sequenced, you will most definitely get a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that I think is it. Actually, we'll just while I'm on, let me just look at this Lactifluus that I found, which I think is
I
the.
don't know how to say the name, but this is what I found, and tell me whether you think it's right. Oops.
Oh,
I'm going to put it
go
in the
back.
chat.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
It might be that.
Is it
There are many species that stain yellow.
Xanthodermis? Okay.
It's just like the most generic name for a yellow staining agaricus.
See. I think this one is Lactifluus volemus. We looked at, the hunter's corrugis before.
I had
This one has a little.
volemus a week or two ago. Can you show us the other pictures? There's like only one other possibility.
Show us the
Let's see.
gills.
Yeah, you just need to see if it's got a lot of milk, and
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go, and it's got
That's it.
closed gills.
They're
That's
closed and they're
volemus.
whitish, so this is volemus.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So the corrugis had the darker
Cafe a
underneath.
lot color, yeah, kind of
Yeah,
a
darker gills. Usually a darker
uh,
cup.
Yeah.
Hygrophorodiae has widely spaced gills.
Yeah.
The wide gills are hygrophoroid. Okay, good.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
if you get
Right.
this latex on your fingers, they will stain brown, and they will also smell like dead fish for a few days. So people use rubber gloves to harvest these.
And that's not true of corrugis?
I think corrugis also has the fishy odor. I'm
To
not
a
sure if
lesser
you'll stain
extent.
your fingers. I don't find corrugis all that often.
Honestly, I like the smell. I don't think it smells like fish. To me, it smells
It is fishy,
good.
but it's not too offensive. It's not too bad.
I
The
like.
worst is how sticky it makes your fingers afterwards. I hate that thing, but
Yeah,
That
and
odor,
it can stain your clothes and everything. Yeah,
yeah.
really?
but I
Okay.
like this mushroom.
I don't mind the fishy smell until you start cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, it disappears by then.
It turn your nail black. I cannot clean that.
That's what made my nails black, huh?
Yeah.
I was wondering. Okay. I just was like brushing my fingers. I was like, why are my fingernails black?
You have to use a toothpick and maybe some peroxide, and then it's going to be okay.
Okay.
What were you saying, Brandon, about the smell from cooking, or?
Yeah, I don't know about the Lactifluus in particular, but some of the fishy Lactarius, I don't
Yeah.
mind the fishy odor until I start cooking them, and then that fishy odor becomes okay. That is a little unpleasant.
Yeah. Okay. I've run across that before too, and maybe it was a Lactarius, or maybe it wasn't this one, but yeah, I started
Does
cooking
that
them.
carry into the flavor as well?
No, it's
The ones that
destroyed. They don't smell like fish after you cook them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I found
just at
I found
first.
yeah,
When you
it
first
tasted
cook them.
fine, but the cooking odors was I found okay, but my wife was particularly turned off by it.
Yeah, I tasted it, and it did not taste fishy at all. And when it's actually fully cooked, it doesn't have that odor, like Igor was saying. But yeah, that initial kind of saute uh, was a little off-putting for me for some of these fishy ones.
Yes, yes, I agree.
That's
Well,
cool.
thank you, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you. How about it, Dave? You want to go?
Yeah, first I'd like to just mention to Shihang, I did look up oh, what's the new name for that Americana thing? Something. Well, the thing that
Macropsalliota.
Macropsalliota, right? Michael Quebec says the stem is stuffed at first, becoming hollow. So a young one like that will look like it's solid because it'll be stuffed. Okay.
Okay, good to know. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Jason, you still here? Because I think I've got this lichen coming right up. And Karen was here; she just left. Thought she'd stick
Oh,
around
that's
for
cool.
this. Oh yeah, it's really really cool. Yeah, it's in an old growth forest with hemlock, pine. I don't know. This was on wood. I don't know what kind of wood. Possibly hemlock. There were big trees down and logs down. This is an area that is not tampered with. It's a preserve sort of in the Pennsylvania State Forest system. So I was there with Hannah Huber yesterday, our PA State conservation mycologist. We were surveying the property, and I ran across this. I just had so this one little patch. I mean, this is small. It's maybe 4 centimeters long. This patch, and if you can zoom in on one or two of these photos through the loop, get a pretty good look at the apothecia, right? That's correct, right? The yeah, there you go. These things. Yeah,
These are
it's
good,
pretty cool.
really good photos.
Well, there's some editing involved here, but this is just, my little $280 camera that point and shoot. It's pretty limited, but I at NEMF a couple of years ago, I paid some extra money and took a photography workshop with Alan Rockefeller, and he actually had some very good suggestions for how to get good photos out of these little cameras. Turn down everything. Don't turn up the exposure, even if you're photographing in low light. Turn it down. And then when you put your pictures on your laptop, then edit by adding back in brightness and exposure and contrast. And sometimes you subtract also. And quite frankly, this is what this thing looked like. This photo was pretty well touched up, but I think I'm pretty good at remembering what the thing looked like firsthand because I tend to try to do this not long after I get home and put my photos on my computer so I don't forget. And this is what this looked like.
So where you said it was on wood, was it on a fallen log? Was it on like the base
Fallen
of a
log.
tree?
Fallen log. And it was not adhered to the log very tightly. Karen touched it. At one point, I brought her back to see it. She touched it and it fell right off. And then we had to look for it for a few minutes because it was in the forest litter, but we did find it. She has it here at home. I don't know if she's done anything with it yet. She was just here a few minutes ago, but she left. So, oh wow, you got a proposal for this? Oh
Yeah, I'd start with Ochrolechia trochophora.
This is on INET, by the way, and on this, if you prefer to go to INET, on this MO observation, there is a link connecting it to the INET observation. So it's actually, if Chris, you're running this show here, right? You might be able to find that link.
I'm in INET.
Oh, you're in INET. Okay, yeah, it's the same photos, right? It's all the same things. It's just this one's on INET. So
Chris, can you click the link in the chat? I put a proposal in there, but it's hyperlinked to a web page.
Let me
So you can see how the apothecia are kind of like that pale peachy yellow.
Yeah.
And then the thallus is kind of that bumpiness. Plus the old growth mature forest habitat matches. And then below Below on the website there, if you scroll down, Chris, there's information on chemistry, so you can use some of those chemical tests to see if it corroborates that ID. But that's where I would start.
Yeah, where's the? I don't see the link in the chat because I was just going to say
it's the name. If you click on Ochrolechia trochophora, just the name that I put in there is a link.
I don't see it.
Just click. You don't see where I put Ochrolechia trochophora in the chat?
No. Oh, wait. Let me scroll. Oh, wait. I have to scroll down. I'm sorry. It's way down here. I see it. I got it. Thank you. Yeah, I just clicked it. It's coming up. Okay, so I've got that. All right. So if you don't propose it on INAT, I will. Thank you.
Yeah, I hired Dennis Waters to do some inventories on the state preserves that I manage, and he found that there's a state record. So it's in New Jersey, but we only have one record for it. It might be a rare species in Pennsylvania as well.
Well, yeah, it's in this old growth forest that has never been logged. So yeah.
What's the species name?
Hold on a second. Wait, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Trochophora, Trochophora. Yeah. All right, thanks, Jason.
Yep.
Oh, it is in here. Yeah, I thought it might be in the Hortiboletus.
Okay, so now for some boletes. There's a lot of boletes coming out mostly in the oak woods. So some of these were found at our weekend foray. And so I also propose here Xanthoconium auripes, which I've got from some of Igor's observations. So I imagine that if it's not already been transferred to that genus, it looks like
it will become that for to a certainty. Colin got all the data, which pretty much reflects what I had years ago when I got TEF1 gene sequenced for this species. So yeah, it's going to be intangible at this eventually.
All right, great. Yeah, it's pretty unique. So is this the only species in this genus in North America?
In North America, correct.
Yeah.
It's a small genus to begin with. I think in Asia they only have 2 or 3. So we're lucky to have one.
All right. I don't see it every year, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not a very common one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the one that has that partial veil on the pores.
Oh, okay. I think I may have noticed that, but I didn't get it in a photo. It was such a busy foray. I mean, people were just hauling in baskets full of mushrooms, one after another. There were so many mushrooms.
So it is related, I mean, it's from the same subfamily as Boletus. True Boletus. So you can see that trait that is apparently unique to Boletus actually has evolved separately in another genus.
Mm-hmm. And the pictures don't bear it out real well, but the stipe is reticulate, the upper half.
You can see the partial veil actually on the tubes here on the right.
Yeah, on the right. Yeah,
on the right. It's whiter, that whitish stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But originally it's not white; it's yellow. But as it matures, it becomes white.
Oh,
it falls apart. Yep.
I was wondering about that. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I was wondering about that white.
It's not mold. It's the remnants.
I was hoping it wasn't a mold because I sampled it.
No, it's
sampled
not.
it for DNA. I tried to avoid the white when I did my toothpick sampling, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered because that's part of the actual mushroom. Okay.
Cool.
And I missed the name on this. What is this?
Xanthoconium auripes.
Xanthoconium, you said.
Yeah, Xanthoconium, like 10 TEN.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's still officially Boletus RPs, but as Igor says, it's only a matter of time before it gets transferred. So
Yeah, Onimo, it's been Boletus. I synonymized it with Boletus auripes like several years ago because
I have both names on my MO observation.
I didn't deprecate Boletus auripes. I just made them synonyms, but I did
Right.
not deprecate because
Yeah, you shouldn't do that until it's officially gone. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And auripes is a good identifying feature, right? It's got the golden foot, right?
Yeah, and the inside it's golden also. It's pretty yellow. It's a pretty yellow. The cap is dark sometimes. And there's brown staining also that you got. You can see these insect tunnels became
Cool.
really dark brown.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, so I've got this up as Beirangia bicolor. I dried some of them out. They dried out to a brilliant golden yellow, the context, like bicolor should. But this is a little bit unusual. The unusual things are the way that the pore surface is recessed near where it meets the stalk, the upper part of the stipe. And the one photo is going to show that pretty well. And there was a fair amount of bruising, especially on the pores, and some bruising also on the context. Now look at this bruising, and some of it has started to turn a little bit brownish. But I
That's a
don't think
classic.
this is
This is
what's
a
that.
classic bicolor.
That
Look at the pores. They're compound and they're angular.
Oh, okay. But look at that. Look at that little like moat surrounding the stalk. That's kind of unusual for
No, no,
bicolor.
no. It's sort of pseudo depression, but you could see that the tube layer is still running down the stipe. So as the cap expanded, it became kind
Uh,
of depressed a little bit. But when it was
okay.
younger, it was actually subdecurrent.
Well, yeah. To me, this I propose it as bicolor. I think it's bicolor,
It is
but
bicolor,
it
hundred
just seemed
percent,
a little bit unusual to me. A few of the traits.
100% bicolor. The
All right. Good.
color, the staining, the narrow tubes, the compound angular pores, almost boletinoid, like in
Yeah.
Suilleoideae.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's it. That's a dead ringer for bicolor. No
Okay.
question
Good.
about it.
Good. Because that's what I put it up as, and I'd call it that. So
Yep.
good. All right.
I'm gonna propose that.
That's why I'm showing this now. I wanted some validation on that. Okay, good.
And
Thanks.
while we're on this subject, on the staining on bicolor, it it can be faint. It can be a little bit. I mean, it can be obviously blue staining, right?
Typically, when you slice it, it doesn't stain blue.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
Sure,
staining on the
sure.
context here, but it's not that much, and that's
It's
Uh,
typical with bicolor.
I'm
Just
more
a
talking
tiny.
on the pore surface.
on the
Yeah.
pore surface. It will stain blue when it's mature. When it's young, it won't.
Ah, okay. And that staining will never go pink, right? Or brown. Well, it'll go brown, but
Brownish, probably. Yeah.
Well, that was what was bothering me about this one a little bit, though, because some of these bruises that are a little bit older than some of these blotches, um, they turned kind of dark, almost brown or
That
grayish, sort of.
that's fine.
Yeah,
maybe,
And
it
maybe
just bothered me. That's all because it seemed unusual.
well, it probably bother you because often enough we don't really wait for the colors to change. We see mushrooms turn blue and we just walk away and we never find out what happens to the blue.
Yeah. It's okay.
and
Yeah.
back to my other color in that staining, pinkish, reddish. That's not going to present on the gills, even let's say 5 minutes after it goes blue.
On the pores, you mean? I'd say
No,
no. You're not going to
no,
see that
no.
here.
Okay. Yeah, I asked because I found a thing I'm calling land mala today
Oh,
that I was a little confused about, but maybe I'll throw it in the chat for when you're done.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it.
Nice.
So this is something that used to be called subvolutipes, at least in some of the field guides. But this is what Igor was calling Neoboletus chameleon. And in fact, in the latest Beset bolete book, they put it in there as Igor's bolete, common name, Neoboletus chameleon. But Colin Domnauer has recently gained access to some iconic collections for sequencing, and this thing matches Boletus subluridalis. Now, I'm a little bit interested in, the fact that these pores turn out to be different colors, and sometimes they turn out to be quite red as well. And look at the one on the right; it's like very much yellow, and it's just about mature as well. To me, that's just sufficiently interesting that since I've got an opportunity to fill up all these nanopore plates with samples, I'm going to do it. So I sampled the yellow pored one, I sampled the orange pored one, and I'm going to go back there maybe even tomorrow or maybe later next week, because it's not far from where I live, and see if I can find one that has very much red pores and maybe a darker cap, and sample that one as well. And they're probably going to turn out to be all the same. But I'm curious. I want to find out. So I actually made two different observations out of this one observation on both INAT and MO. I split the orange pored ones from the yellow pored one and made two separate observations. So if I get sequences for each type, each color type, I can post them specifically according to which bolete generated that sequence. So I'm curious. I'd like to see.
Me too. That's good work.
I bet you a 6-pack of fine Belgian ale that this is the chameleon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But if I buy the 6-pack of Belgian ale, I want to drink some of it.
Well, if I'm wrong, eventually you'll get it from me. So usually I'm good for that.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're right here. These were growing surrounding an old growth oak in a cemetery. And by the way, I found what I think is Boletus subluridalis in a more natural setting as well, in Ricketts Glen, on a south-facing oak ridge, sort of open woods. I think it was pretty much the same species, which I sampled that one also. So we'll see.
Like the unusual morphology of the middle fruiting body, kind of resembles something. Can that kind of make it? But,
okay.
Looks familiar.
A fortune
That's what
cookie.
they call mushroom porn.
No, it's a fortune cookie.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez, my mind is in the gutter. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that all that I have? I think that's. Oh no, I think I have one more.
I don't know.
I think there was
I think
another
that was
one.
it.
Maybe the fourth one. I think you skipped one because I think I have Boletus atkinsonii in here. I thought I did. Because that Boletus atkinsonii is something that there we are.
Yay.
I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It's a mild tasting porcini. It's got a reticulate stalk. Some of them are reticulate only near the apex, kind of finely, and some of them are quite coarsely reticulated. Now, is there more than one species here? I don't know. I hope not. A lot of these were brought in.
I thought about that. This one is definitely not atkinsonii.
How do you know?
Too dark.
Yeah, it's young though.
No, that's too dark. Way too dark. The colors are off. Could be leptocephalus.
Leptocephalus.
Yeah, it's a legitimate name by Peck, but this is the only name that we have for that species right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is way too dark, and I mean, very, very dark. Atkinsonia never has that kind of a brown stripe, and the caps are not cracked. So this.
Okay, so do you think these are all leptocephalus?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, these porcini are not very easy to ID.
I know.
Except for maybe Atkinsoniae, but you could have a mixed collection possibly. Unless they all came from the same.
Well, a lot of them came. People just brought a lot of them in.
Well, we don't know then. I would
Yeah.
say that the dark capped species could be something else.
Okay, I sampled 2 different mushrooms, but I'm not sure. I should have been more careful and segregated the dark cap ones from the light cap ones and sampled one of each of those. I did take 2 samples, put two different samples in one of my nanopore plates, but I don't know if I got the ones that look different.
You should have sequenced the big one and one of the darker ones.
Yeah, I know what I should have done. It's just, it was a long day. I had a bag full of these. I was assuming they were all the same. So,
the streaky stripe of the bigger one, or maybe the other ones as well, kind of points away from Atkinsonia as well. Atkinsonia has a homogeneously colored stripe, which is kind of a sort of strange color, sort of pinkish beige almost.
Oh, okay.
But very, very light. You take a look at some of my observations that have been sequenced of Atkinsonia, and you'll see what I mean.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, good. So I'll just go on MO, and I'll also go on I'll go on MO and I'll propose leptocephalus, and I'll go on INAT and I'll propose just Boletus section Boletus, because you only get to make one proposal on INAT.
Yeah,
no matter what these are called, they're excellent edibles.
Yeah, somebody fried one up at we had this all day foray where we cooked a few of the mushrooms too, and somebody fried one of these up. It was really good.
Yeah, iNaturalist synonymizes Boletus leptocephalus and pointed towards Boletus species Variapes Indiana 01.
Yeah, that's another thing that I thought about was Variapes, but
Leptocephalus, even though it's a illegitimate name because somebody else proposed Boletus leptocephalus for a species in Europe before Peck. That's why Peck's leptocephalus is legitimate, but that's a distinct species by DNA. So that thing is going to get its own name when Dentinger publishes it. So,
well, if you type in Boletus leptocephalus, it won't let you add that name. It forces it into Variapes Indiana 01. It's one of the Steve Russell's.
That's what they call, Steve Russell called when he didn't know what leptocephalus was, called Indiana 01. Variapes Indiana 01. But that whole Variapes business is just a big mess because Variapes varieties fascicula and Peck's Variapes are 2 different species in 2 different sections.
Yeah, well, you know what I think, Igor? I think that was Nobilismus a Peck species?
Nobilis is a Peck species, and so is Gertrudiae.
How about Nobilissimus?
No, Nobilissimus is a synonym of Variapes.
Well, but I want to know if it's if these are Peck things, because I think
everything is Peck with exception of Nobilissimus, which is Ernst Both.
Oh.
Yeah, Nobilissimus is a younger name. Ernst Both published it in 1998, I think.
Oh, so the thing that we were calling Nobilissimus, we were able to. Oh, that's what was sequenced, right? And that's what matched Peck's Variapes. Is that what happened?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So So what my idea is wrong. I thought maybe there was like one of each in Albany, let's say, and the samples got mixed up. Okay, but it's just that Peck found what both called Nobilismus, and Peck described that thing in such a way that people's belief about what it was morphed into what we had called Variapes for a long time.
Yeah,
because Peck's descriptions aren't very long. There's not much there. So
before genetic sequencing, it was just widely assumed that auripes is just we have one oak-associated species of porcini, and maybe also Atkinsonii, but nobody was using these names. Yeah, nobody knew what Fagicula was. Boletus, auripes variety Fagicula, which is a Smith name.
Yeah.
And nobody knew what Lactifluus was. Only through genetic sequencing we found out that actually Peck was correct in giving individual names to these species. They did turn out to be distinct, discrete taxa.
Well, okay, so this is why I wanted to make sure we viewed this one because this one is pretty interesting, I would say.
Yeah, it is. My best guess, like I said, it's not Atkinsonii, but you never know. These are very difficult overall.
Yeah, I'm just going to go on and propose Boletus, section Boletus on MO. That's the safe thing to do here. And I did put in 2 samples, so unfortunately, though, the samples are not correlated with the pale and the dark, which would have been good if they were. But maybe I'll get lucky and maybe there'll be like 2 different sequences come back.
It's possible.
See. Yeah, we'll see. So it could turn out to be even more interesting. But that's it. That's it for mine. That was my last one.
Nice. Thanks, Dave.
I'm curious what kind of results you get from this because
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you'll find out.
Very debatable topic.
You'll find out.
We got Brandon's in here. Let me
Okay, I see Brandon's observation. I think I know what this is. Oh, yeah. All right.
I don't see anything yet. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I mean, the cap is too pale for Balrangia, right? And the staining in the flesh.
Yeah, this is not Balrangia by color.
Yeah,
some kind of Lanmeoa.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's Lanmeoa pseudosensibilis.
Oh, I think it's pseudosensibilis? Okay.
Absolutely. 100%.
The cap seemed kind of pale. Oh, but you know what? We saw some pale ones on Sunday as well. Yeah.
The caps of pseudosensibilis are never red; they're brown.
Right.
Sometimes reddish brown, and you can see the staining on the bruising on the pores that becomes sort of reddish brown, and that bluing on the cross section is also going to go brown. And I think it already does that.
Yeah, I just cross sectioned it. I ran to the car while we were having the meeting to pull it to cross section it. So that photo is from 5 minutes ago, and it's already starting to go brown.
Yep, pseudosensibilis, 100%.
And what? So I noted that the odor was pleasant, but unlike curry or bouillon.
Yeah, that's what I get from these.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's a fine edible.
Well, how about with all those bug tracks in the cross section?
Bug tracks. Look, they're bugs.
Yeah,
well, maybe as long as you're not a vegan.
But the thing is, when it's intact and when it's in good shape, it's an excellent edible, and a number of club members already eaten it. Like ask
well, I'm going to have to eat some of these because I don't know, too many years with too many field guides with the word poisonous written underneath this name.
Apparently, when Mao is fine, people even ate carbonic liver, and they said it was good.
Yeah. Well, when they used to call this thing Boletus pseudosensibilis, it was said to be toxic. Some of the older field guides. But there were lots of blue staining boletes that were lumped into the category toxic back in the day. So
yeah.
Do you have to parboil it?
I don't know, but if you just throw it in a skillet and then cook it thoroughly, okay.
That's one reason why I haven't eaten it yet. Because you know what? I'll ask Scott Pavel because he eats these.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's coming to Nymph.
Well, Shihong ate this, and she should know.
Oh, is Shihong still there?
She's still there.
Shihong.
Maybe she's just away from her computer.
She's doing something else right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'll come back. We'll ask, because I want to know if I should parboil it.
Yeah, at least I feel good about Baurangia, bicolor, identifying that one. Placing this in Lamoa, I felt pretty good about. So getting better with Suilleoideae?
Suilleoideae.
Suilleoideae. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, good one.
Share, and your whole screen will share.
That's not happening. I'm clicking on entire window.
Right.
And then
there's the words entire screen.
Entire
I see
screen.
Is what I see. Oh wait. Oh, it's a. Oh, geez, why do they do this? Okay, in the upper right hand side corner, there's a thing called entire screen that does absolutely nothing when you click it. But in the middle, there's also a thing called entire screen, and I just clicked that, and
then,
I think this might actually work.
Well, now click share. You don't.
Now click share.
Yay!
You're
And
sharing.
now click.
sharing
I'm
your
going to click the
screen.
movie now.
Yay!
Okay, here it goes.
You've done it, Dave. We can see your screen.
Look at this thing.
Cool.
Look, it looks like a lichen that's running around on this piece of cardboard I put it on.
Yeah, so that's a lacewing larvae that is using Lepraria as a camouflage. It does have lichen on it. It's probably a lichen in the genus Lepraria.
Oh,
Play
cool.
it again, Dave.
Well, okay.
Play it again.
Wow, I managed to share. Wow. It's not that I'm really greedy or anything, but
so the Lepraria,
sharing is hard for me.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
The Lepraria grows fast enough to grow on a larvae?
No, the larvae kind of puts the coat on, right?
Oh, so it finds the lichen and
I think so.
Yeah,
Jason
it harvests the Lepraria, so it finds it growing on a tree and it adorns itself with it.
Oh, cool beans.
Okay, so I can keep this on MO and call it you're going to remember this, right, Karen? Because you know these lichen names.
Well, that's just the genus Lepraria.
That's okay, but we can put something. Can keep it on MO at least.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's a bug and they don't want it on there. You know.
Oh, right.
So yeah. So okay. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Is that like similar to like the bagworm?
Look at that sucker go.
Pretty fast.
Jason.
Yeah, I was pretty well spooked by this time because we were messing with it quite a bit. I have another movie of it, but this is the best movie actually. This is its Academy Award performance right here. So,
Jason, how commonly is this thing, documented? I'm aware of it, but have you seen it presumably doing this?
Yeah, I've seen it at Franklin Parker Preserve.
Cool.
I'm not sure what that sound is. That clicking. I don't know if that's the bug. No, I don't think it is.
Noise.
No, I don't think it did. I don't know what that was. I think Hannah tried to get a movie of this too. Maybe I'll see what she got. Okay. Well, thanks. Great. I know what it is, and I actually managed to share.
Nice.
For me,
put a photo in the chat of that thing from the underside.
The larva thing.
Yeah. from the bug angle.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
My God, that's so cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna close it out.
wow.
Stop sharing. Yeah. Okay. 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 That was fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so
did
it's not
chemical
just,
lichen,
Yeah.
and it is
it's
C
not just
plus
draped over the thing.
That's what it's supposed to be.
is what he suggested.
Yeah, Jason, Karen did chemical test on that lichen. C plus,
Yeah.
C plus. So that's what it's supposed to be. So it looks like we found a rare lichen. That's
C plus
cool.
what?
C plus.
On the cortex of that Ochrolechia.
Oh.
Yeah, the other thing, not the insect thing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
insect.
Yeah. Hannah took that and then she felt sorry for it and let it go. So, um, so anyway, well, yeah, great. We know what all those things all are now. That's excellent. I'm glad you were here, Jason. I was really hoping you showed up because I figured you would know this kind of stuff. Excellent. All right.
Is that like
Nice.
that bug is it in the earwig family, or am I looking at it backwards? Are those pincers in the front, or is that the back end?
I think that's the front.
Oh, I don't know.
We're talking about the picture that he posted in the chat. He posted what the bug looks like underneath.
Oh, I see.
I think they do, from Google, it looks like they do have pincer-like appendages, but it doesn't look like they
Oh,
are earwigs.
Okay, thank you.
Man, that's pretty fun stuff. Does anybody else have anything? Bianca, you got some stuff to show?
I have been working too hard to go even in the daylight to go out in the parks.
what did he
Oh,
say?
that's
That was the
unfortunate.
Lecanora?
I got a couple
The
photos.
purpureum. Yeah.
Go for it, Hunter.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Can you see photos?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we see all of them now.
Yes. Yeah, I know. So this was weird. I'm not sure what this is. At first I thought it was that thing that the insects carry the spores out of, that puffball type thing. But when I pulled away this wood, this was growing on a decayed log. When I pulled it away, it had kind of a more of a stem like thing. Does anyone have any thoughts on this?
Vulvopluteus, Bombacina.
Oh, what was the genus?
Do I have the right genus there? Vulvopluteus? Vulvopluteus?
Or Volvariella?
Yeah, Vulvaria. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are out now. But so this is a really young one then before, is that what this is? Like it's not, because that's a stem and cap mushroom with a huge vulva, right?
Yeah, I think I that's what it looks like to me. I get, I'd like to hear other people's opinions, but that, the kind of tomentose cap of erupting from, a vulva.
Cool. Yeah, I like that idea. I know my friend just saw a Volvariella, so why not, right? There was another one too on the same log, this one. But I didn't break it away. Okay, I like that. Thank you.
The
Yeah.
cap is real. I just had to take a break. The cap is really hairy.
It appears to be, doesn't it? Here?
Yeah, it looks like you can almost comb it. Yeah, that's what it is then.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Volvariella bombacina or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would never really have guessed that. And then I forgot to post these spores. These are the spores from the Lactifluus corrugis. But this is one I should have done more work on, I guess. The other features are more telling, but these Lactarius spores or Lactifluus spores are really cool with the ornamentation.
Yeah, and it looks like, do you see where there's like a circle going around the spore on a few of them?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what that is. I think those are ridges connecting the warts, but you're only seeing the ridges in one particular plane.
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing all the connections. You're seeing the connections in one plane.
Yeah.
And this suggests to me that these ridges might be connected by a reticulum. So let's just look on MycoQuebec and see what it says about the, or even we could, I'll just go to Mushroom Expert because Michael
I don't
Quote.
even think he has the spores on there, actually. Whoops, sorry.
Which mushroom was that one from?
Lactifluus corrugis.
Cool. Yeah, and I think to Dave's point, the level of focus isn't necessarily on the ridges or the spikes, but we can see the cell wall really well here.
Oh, okay.
And
so
is
you can
that
kind of see that.
is that something that you can kind of like photo stack your way through?
Yep. Yeah. If one is if one has the ability and knowledge to do that, absolutely.
Because like in the bottom right, there's like a really dark one.
That one?
That's
Yeah,
almost
and you can see the ridges kind of connecting themselves there.
right.
Yeah.
So
The
that
whole
one,
surface.
yeah.
Is in a better focus for that.
Yep.
Okie doke.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mushroom Expert says partial to complete reticulum for corrugis.
And do you see how they also recommend looking at these other features? Oh, the Phylloporus, or I think.
Oh yeah, but you know what? One suggestion when you're looking at these Rhizocarpon spores, Lactarius, Lactifluus, Rhizula, and you want to try to tell if they're if the warts are connected and if the connections form a pattern, you have to play around with the focus a little bit and change it just very, very slightly. And as the focus changes a little bit, you're looking in different planes, and you will see different connections in different planes. And then you just have to try to assess, whether those connections are actually totally connected to one another, or if it's just a few of them randomly strewn about. Which is kind of hard to do. So, this is a case where having 1,000 power is really helpful.
Yeah, I need to just, have some courage and put that oil drop down, right?
It's so messy.
I know. None of it. We're all so clean. And then I wanted to just. This was a really nice example of
Nice.
Cyanaboletus megalarpus. I liked how it presented on this bolete. I really want to do some microscopy on it, but I only had a little paper bag. I didn't have my box to put it in, and even if I did, it's hard to imagine how it would be once I got home. But I really liked seeing this. It was really neat.
So that looks like it's on a Xanthoconium.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. Um, Probably so. Yeah.
Hunter,
So, but
if you don't show that blue thing after this,
oh, that blue thing. Oh, I did already. That
oh, did I miss it?
Yeah, no, you were here. That it was the one that we decided it was Cyanaboletus cyaneitinctus, even though it has a yellow cap. But this was it. Yep, I think you were here, but maybe you
I,
stepped away.
I stepped away. I heard you guys talking about it, but I thought it was a blue mushroom in situ, not a section from
Oh,
this view.
yeah, it's a terrible picture. And then just a couple others. This really looked like a chanterelle to me, but it was the false chanterelle. Hygrophorapsis aurantica. Is that right? Oran, 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 oran. Yeah,
Aurantiacum
aurantiacum.
or Aurantiaca. I don't know. This always
Yeah,
drives me crazy, these endings.
yeah, and that was fun to see. And then this is Lactarius camphoratus, and I'm pretty certain because I could smell it, and then when it dried, this is our like Midwest candy cap, and when it dried, it did have that sort of fake maple, not true maple, but fake maple smell. So now I'm getting interested in collecting a bunch of them and maybe doing something with them. Um, and a little stomatitis. I couldn't see if there's any legs on it. Seems
Hey,
like it.
Brandon, down the bottom, is that like that
Oh,
pseudothallus thing?
Yep. Yeah. Or well, it could just be spore drops.
yeah, it's hard to say. Mm.
But you can see a foot in the bottom left of that last zoom in.
Oh, you can. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a thin thin foot. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah, I'm seeing those now. Yes. Okay. Okay. So that's important, but do we know what to call it or nah?
Stemnitaceae.
Yeah, I mean I know that much, but that's it.
But yeah, I mean, this is not unlike Stemonitis. What is it? Splendens, the true chocolate tube slime mold, because it does have a really small foot, and then the fertile surface is much more of the entire sporocarp.
Okay. Okay.
Telling
Right.
you, you're going to want to bring one of them home, blow the spores out, and put that
Yeah.
under the microscope next. That's a
Yes.
good time.
Okay.
They
So
are they're easy to work with too, which you just blow the spores out, you lay it on a slide, a little bit of water, pop a cover slip over it, and you can get some really, really good information because there will be a spore or two floating around in there. Um, so you can get spore information and you can get the outer netting and all that good stuff.
perfect. I will do that. And I will stop because it's 8 o'clock. So thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything? All right. Well,
I'll have some stuff next week.
I'm
I found some trichoglossums and geoglossums today that I'm
Mm,
waiting on spore drops on.
nice.
nice.
I'm putting a link in the chat for Cyanoboletus cyaneitinctus from Michael Quebec. They only have 3 photos, but the one photo shows a few of them with a very pale cap, like a yellow cap.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'll put that in right now.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's in there right now. It's in the chat. Because I've never seen it with the yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, great. How interesting.